Okay,
No.
so fifth episode, fourth, third, and we
Mild for the
got
great
some
host.
stuff to talk about this week. By order of CP, let's go
Oh
Trocho,
my goodness.
Speedy, I don't know Jays,
He's
Izarazi,
higher than you, I think.
Oki right there, Enigma and Mika. Mika of course always at the bottom, and yeah. This week we got actually stuff that we disagree about. So, cause every time it's just like like reject each other. Like, oh yeah, we're so right. This time we actually have conflicts. Actually, Green Escanor and Red
Yeah.
Escanor had conflicts between me and Speedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what's the conflicts? Two Estarossas?
The trash, No,
Yeah.
the trash.
No,
No,
the
the
gear,
outfit.
or not the gear, the outfit, yeah.
the alpha thing.
Mhm.
So
The dill.
as of right now, the system's trash. I see no reason to say it's even remotely good. Let's hear Mika.
Listen, it gives players more stuff to do. It takes a long time, but it's free. I don't see where
Okay.
the complaints are coming from.
You need-
That's my
I
whole
think
you
point.
need
complaints is that you
30.
It's
buy
hard
it.
to complain about free stuff.
You need 30
That's
to level
cool.
up a
You need
UR.
50 total.
30
No,
to
30, yeah,
level,
you're right, 30.
30 to level up a
Yeah.
UR. Each piece. Five pieces of each thing per character, right?
Uh-huh.
You need to do hell to get each piece. So it's,
Okay.
an,
That's
it's
a
an
lot of
endgame
runs.
thing. It's an endgame thing, right?
Right.
You can't do it as a new player. So it's a thing to grind. It's just that
Right.
giving only one every time you do hell, I don't want to do it. Like I straight up don't want to do it. It's just
Well, it's not even that. It's like it's a 2.5% chance.
Is it
Because there's so
2.5?
yeah, because there's two
Yeah.
things under the 5%.
yeah, it's 5% if you
Mm.
count both. You can't.
I mean,
get-
yeah, if you count both, but there's runs where you won't get it.
Yeah, I did
Unless
it
you're
10
host.
times. I did it 10 times yesterday. Didn't get a single one.
That's wild.
It's so bad right now. The
So,
only way
so
it's
your
good
issue
is if we
isn't
do
the
raid.
actual system; it's the drop
The
rate.
system's okay. I don't know how much it takes to level up a SR to a UR or something, but right now the drops are trash, and they're selling $25. Boom, get one of each maxed out, baby. It's like they shouldn't be selling that right now either. They're just selling it because they know that it's impossible to level up a thing right now. Level up like a full set of a character, you know?
Okay.
Because you can only do
Respect that
six
argument.
raids. You can only do six guaranteed drops a day. So
Right.
two of
Unless you
each.
find a friend that you can trade
Okay.
with someone. You can do
And you're
12 a
not-
day.
Yeah, but you're not
technically.
Let's be
guaranteed.
real. You're not
Yeah.
gonna get it.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I did that with Ryan yesterday. Like neither of us got from the drops. We only got the guarantees. So it's like, right now it's bad. The system's bad right now. But with the new raid, it's probably gonna be good.
I
hoping.
honestly hope so. I genuinely hope so. With the new rate,
Because-
they like triple it. Maybe.
Now the new raid, it's not gonna drop like items to level up, because or else they would have said it. I think. So it's probably just gonna be for the cosmetic stuff. The drops are gonna be like gold and the cosmetic stuff.
God, what did the crab guy drop? I forget. It was
His
just an
own
exchange
things,
shop
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, exchange
Yeah.
stuff.
Just an exchange shop.
But I think this raid will be permanent. Because
Permanent?
It's specifically
world raid?
said. Yeah, it is specifically said it's something that they're gonna keep adding. They said it's gonna be like a Hendrickson fight, but the first one doesn't even remotely like looks like Hendrickson. It's like a big thing. So they're probably.
I was
gonna,
thinking it'd be limited. Just rotate it out after.
They're probably gonna keep changing the boss, maybe.
Hmm.
Obviously, we won't know until it happens and releases. Whenever they're gonna drop that, sucks that they couldn't release it with the last update. But
So essentially, your main issue is just the drop rate, really.
Yeah, they should have dropped the system with the raid as well.
if the raid even affects that.
Well, they said in the patch notes. They said that you can get
Oh,
the
yeah,
things
you're right,
in hell mode and with the new raid thing.
Wow, that was some debate.
Wow, dude.
That was wild.
All right,
mean-
green Escanor or red Escanor? Go ahead. Let's reignite this.
Man.
Oh no.
Red. Come on, everyone say it. Don't be
Red.
shy.
Red.
Well, I still
Right.
kind of like the green.
Yeah, green.
I'm gonna say red.
Jay, what do you think? He's not even here.
I think
Oh.
I think they both have pros and
The
cons
uses.
really.
Right.
I don't
Right.
discriminate.
But if you had to pick to use in your team right now, doesn't matter the team, like no context.
I think the
Which
teams
one?
matter.
No,
I think the team.
but in this situation,
I use the team I use the red one right now because it just makes more sense for my
Penetration
comp and
team?
what I'm trying to do, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it makes more sense for Pen.
Okay.
It's funny, you'd think the green one would make more sense because, like, you can get the ults faster. I don't know, but the red one's just better.
He doesn't make sense at all in the pen team because when you face the Val teams, right, the patience teams,
Yeah, you can.
there's a
kill Valencia easier.
99% chance you're not gonna rank down their gauge with Lilia, so you use Red Escanor to rank them down. That's the only reason why. If it wasn't for that, you'd use the green one.
And you have type advantage against Valencia as well, so you
Yeah.
can kill her.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you kill that Valencia dog, they're done. You just destroy them with Meliodas. It's the gateway for you to do it.
Who?
What? Oh
Who?
yeah, the one character you never will pull, Speedy. That one.
Listen,
That
I'm
one, the one I
joining-
pulled the
I'm
other day?
joining the jokes right
Yeah,
now.
I pulled the other day as well an extra copy of Bloody and Meliodas.
Yeah, didn't I do it too? Oh,
Why is this always a roast session towards Steve?
Speaking of Bloody
it's
and
it's like that every single podcast. Like he's always attacked when he's here.
I just don't understand.
Knights Red Arthur loser.
But speaking of Melee, I think they're trying so hard to take off Melee off like the meta. They're really
mean,
trying so hard.
They are, yeah, I agree with that.
The newest Estarossa, he's green, right? But let's forget the red one. The newest Estarossa, right? He's green, and he has counters, right? So he
Yes.
pretty much he's made to like, oh, someone does AOE, you just counter them no matter what. And he's kind of like a counter to Lilia, because when he uses his ult, it's done. You cannot take off ult gauge in that turn. The enemy just can't do it. So you use your ult, you get an ult for someone else, and then that Lilia just cannot take off the ult gauge of that person. Because they try to attack you and then he does the counter thing. So they're just trying so hard to take off Melee.
That's the
from
thing
all
though.
the
So
meta.
in Ungeared, I've shat on all the Estarossas I've fought with Liliotis, and that's because of Escanor. I don't know how it works in Geared, but Escanor seems to take a fat dookie on Green Estarossa for me.
The feel.
Which one? The red one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's talking about
Yeah.
Escanor, yeah.
Yeah, the red Escanor. Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely
he's gonna
obliterates
do
Estarossa.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great feeling actually. I was like, oh, that's unfortunate.
But
Astro's
what was the
not one of my
team people were using Estarossa
Uh,
on?
it was a counter team, all three.
Yeah, that's like people have been telling me on Twitter, yo, you should run him with green counter Melee dog. Why you just two counter units? That's one's enough. Like using with Valencia.
Yeah, that's what I've been running into more as the counter team. It's Meliodas, Estarossa,
Mhm.
and then usually like
Hauser?
King.
Doesn't Hauser counter the SR?
Yeah,
The
but
SR one. but-
You're just trying so hard then.
I mean,
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
like they want to make a full counter team.
I've
then I
seen
mean,
Melee, Gother, Estarossa.
Wait,
That's
people
the
use
front
that.
line. That's what I've seen in Ungeared, yeah.
They use green, Meliodas, and Estarossa.
I
Why
fought
would-
3 today. 3 out of my 5 matches, which is usually what I only do for Ungeared. And
Wait, green
I
didn't
sh-
make?
no, green regular Meliodas.
Okay.
Why would they do that? That makes no sense.
I-
I'm alive.
Oh,
He
there's
came
Mystic.
in.
Alright,
Hi.
and Mystics here.
He came in. I made a rule to
Yeah.
not come in like later, but you
If
know,
it matters, I'm
gonna
champ
break the
3,
rule right now.
so it's not like champ 1, but that's what I fought 3 times.
We're talking about
Where did we
Estarossa
start?
Mystic.
Half an hour ago?
Nah, just 10 minutes ago.
Oh, okay.
We're
Then I'm
talking
on
about
time.
Estarossa.
That team is flat out retarded, by the
Yeah,
way.
it's just
I
really
agree.
bad. Like you
No, I
guys
agree.
Estarossa?
No,
Wait,
I'm not
wait.
talking about Estarossa being bad. The team that we're talking is people using
team that I
Estarossa
fought
with
3
counter
times today.
Melee, like
Yeah.
in the same team. It just doesn't make sense.
The Estarossa with who?
Counter
and-
Melee.
Oh.
Just Estarossa, counter Melee, and then some random person. It's just
Why?
I don't
Estarossa
know.
is not.
Exactly.
And people have been tagging me. I think I got tagged like 5 times. People asking me to try that for a video, and I'm like, yeah, I could, but I'm gonna lose, you know. I don't want to be deranked or anything. So, but yeah, right now I'm rocking him with Valenti, and I played like, I think 30 plus matches on Challenger. I faced like at least 10 people, and I lost 4 times. I lost twice to other people running the same team but with more CP, and twice to Whale with like over 200k CP, and with the Red Escanor, Arthur, and Gopher team.
Yeah, you lost
Now-
twice to me.
Did you?
we played some.
Are you giving any UR gear to Estarossa?
I don't play.
I
Sure.
want to.
I've made him
want
some.
to.
Ooh.
Like he's just fun. So I want to give
Yeah,
him
I
more
don't-
gear.
I
I'm
don't-
giving
finish
it to
with Lilia.
Valenti because I hate everyone.
I don't plan to, but I might. Because I still want to save 60 for Escanor and just have 60 there, just sitting there forever, until the Escanor one comes out. And I have 60 right now, like exactly. I don't wanna, I don't wanna make a Estarossa some. But like if I do end up running him more and more and more, I have to then.
You
At that
can't
point.
deny that he isn't fun, right?
He's
no one
fun
treated
and
that-
good.
I like that he's
I'm not
different.
sure if he's meta right now, as of yet.
I don't think so.
He's counter
See, for me, I
meta.
don't care about meta.
No,
How
not,
about-
not like counter
Okay,
attack
Lily.
meta, but like he counters Blue DML with Lilia. Like you try to get ults against that team and just destroy that team like one by one, while you're countering and they don't do damage to you because you're using Valenti.
I don't think, at least from, I've been playing mostly ungeared, and Estarossa seems really underwhelming there.
Yes, I agree.
On geared, he's been
Yeah.
really good for me.
He needs the help of equipment to do anything.
I feel like he's actually perfectly fine in ungeared. I'd say he's even better in ungeared.
You think
than,
so?
I
Yeah.
have not lost to him in ungeared, and I versed at least 15 of him today.
What
I'm
team
just
are you
using-
using? What team are you using?
I'm just using Red Escanor, Blue Demon Melee, Lilia with King in the back.
Okay, so yeah, the same
So,
team I was using.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like here's the thing, my team it works because it's geared, right? Because of
Yeah.
Valenti. If I use my team on ungeared, it doesn't work because Valenti is worse in like ungeared, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like Estarossa does need like some support or something to be good against Blue DML because I faced someone using that trash team that we talked about. It was a Gopher, I think it was a Gopher, Estarossa and Counter Melee, and I was like, well, this guy's just gonna get destroyed. No, it was King. It was King in the front, so I knew he didn't have Red King. Like I was like, this guy's gonna get destroyed. I did 2 DML attacks and the match was done. Like no counter is gonna be stronger than a Blue Demon Melee attack without any like reduction of penetration or anything.
Mhm.
You need to do something about Blue Demon Melee still.
I think
man.
it's fine.
But
It's just the team that you're running with, if you ask me.
So
we're using
it's
him
just
on
like
ungeared.
it's so common though. What else?
I mean, I run him
Whoa.
on with Green Escanor. I run him with Gother and Estarossa. Red King in the back. I tried Red Escanor as well. I don't know who works better. I think they're both really good on the team.
Isn't Mystic's team with Green Escanor, right?
I swap back and forth between Green Escanor and Red Escanor. It's just like what I'm feeling that day because like you can use them both just fine. Green Escanor does better into the mirror match.
You mean like Lilia Melee versus
Yeah,
Lilia
because-
Melee?
I mean, he
Like,
cleanses
usually you
F5.
can- If you start the round off with double Cruel Sun,
Oh.
you usually just one shot Lilia.
Right.
Yeah, which
So it's like
and then the match is done. Like,
yeah.
you kill
And
the
yeah,
match is
even-
done.
That's all longevity gone. So
Like even if you don't start off with double Escanor scale, if you just go like Cruel Sun, whatever the other move is called, with like a Demon Melee attack, usually that's like 90% of Lilia's health.
But Jay, you're saying he's good on ungeared. What team have you rocking with Estarossa?
Oh, I don't have Estarossa, I haven't summoned yet.
Oh.
Talking Jay.
I have, well, it's only because I'm trying to make a video, right? I only got 126 gems, so I'm just waiting till reset, so I have 180. I think 180 is a good amount to do, at least for me. Like, I like to do 180 on a video.
You can pull Chun in the first multi. It can happen.
That's true. I plan to pull him in one multi and stop the video, but I need to have 180 just in case.
So James, what team are you using?
I use no, go on.
I was gonna say, if you want to see my rank in geared, let me show you how much progress I've made.
Mystic doesn't let him talk, dude.
This is my podcast now. I haven't been here for the last 2 podcasts, so I'm making up.
Fair enough.
Go
No,
ahead, James.
Before he starts talking again, go.
Go,
Go,
James.
go, go.
I think the best team that you can run him with is simply you run Estarossa, you run Galtha, you run King, and you run Merlin in the back, and you use attack food. You get that 2-star counter, right, or 2 rank ups in turn 1. You rank that up to 3-star. It's a GG. That game is done. It's game over, and that
That's
works
my
in
third
ungeared,
rank.
and it also works in geared because I faced because right now I'm 5th in the PvP ranking, right, and I faced the guy below me, and he's using my exact ungeared Estarossa team in geared, and I was using pen, and he just absolutely destroyed me, like just demolished my whole team
Who
with
had more CP? Like who
with a
who
gold
started?
counter.
Who went first?
Well, of course he went first, right? Like the team does require that. He was I think he was 196 and I was 193. So because he went first, he's able to get the 3-star counter, and yeah, from that point it's really hard because the counter hits way too hard, especially if you use attack food, right? And at 3-star, 600% attack multiplier, and this is crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, the one I saw this Korean player using he was using him, Blue King, Blue DN, Merlin in the back, and alt food. He would
Oh,
get
so an alt-rush
either
team.
alt and then use the counter move. So they couldn't like take it off with Merlin or anything, the ultimate, and then it's one ult and done, the match is done. That's
And
his
just
team.
ult wipe. Oh.
Yeah, but I think it's too risky. If you face like a Blue DML and they go first, it's too risky. But it's an interesting team. It really is.
But then you have to think about it like this: after the first email attack, right? All his stats get lowered. His penetration gets lowered. Everything gets lowered, right? Because he reduces attack-related skills, right? So it reduces all the stats for attack across the board. So you're not gonna die 100%. If you go second to a DML pen team, you're not gonna die. You'll survive, and then from that point, obviously you'll need RNG, but you can easily heal back. At least heal back some HP and use a counter. Because the team that I use it is basically an ult team, right? So going second isn't a problem. It's just you want to go first. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, here's
So
interesting. I
it's
didn't
an
know.
ult team. It's basically, think about it's like an ult team with Green Diane, except she's an aggressive. It's like a replacement, right? Aggressive, like unit. Do you know what I mean? You'll be able to damage it.
Didn't people used to run that team with Red Gill Thunder? Like
Yeah.
Ultra version of
Red Girl
Thunder?
Thunder, Green Diane, like they're all used in ult teams, right? But Estarossa is just, I'd say he's a superior version.
You can't even take off his thing with like Green Escanor, and you can't petrify him because of immunity.
You can't cleanse him, you can't petrify him, you can't debuff him. It's just,
He's
and
a
unless the
dog
other
guy.
team has Blue King, right? They're not gonna cleanse their attack debuff. They're gonna do less damage. The same would apply to your team, but that's why you have King to cleanse. So when you ult and stuff, you don't take no damage penalty. It's a really solid team. I think you should try it. Like,
I'm gonna try it.
obviously, I know CP might be an issue, right? You might end up going
I
second.
have to buy some
stuff,
costumes.
but
Oh boy.
yeah,
Gotta upgrade them
really
first.
solid.
Yeah, I gotta upgrade those costumes, dude. But actually, the
Obviously,
upgrades are
it's
not
much
that
safer in geared, ungeared, right? In geared, like you'll have penetration and stuff, or patience, and the stats get boosted there, so it's not as good. But geared, you should try it.
big. The one thing is, I didn't know Estarossas thing was related stats. I thought it was just attack. Being related, attack related stats, it's another nerf to Blue DML. They're trying so hard, dude. They're like, dude, we need to take off this guy from the meta. We need to. But
I mean,
He's in meta now.
Meliodas.
I really
I
like
think,
Green Estarossa. I really like it.
Same.
I really like him as well. Obviously, he's not meta per se, but he's definitely really good. And he's very fun as well. Like, he's really fun. Not to mention, he hits extremely hard. I don't know if you lot have used his attack skill,
Yeah,
right?
ignores
But it
defense.
hits
It
very
hits really
hard.
hard. It's like the same attack that Blue Ban, like the non-magic Blue Ban does, but like with a better unit. So so it's different. Wait, let me see the difference in like penetration and stuff that Blue Ban has compared to.
So,
Estarossa.
since we talked about the green one, what about red Estarossa? How we feel about that?
Has anyone used him?
I was about to say.
I
I don't
don't-
see anything on him.
Yeah, Blue
I
Ban
don't
has
think we need
10%
to. I don't think we need to talk
penetration,
about it.
and that's then, like Green Estarossa has 40. Such a difference. Yeah, like has anyone even like seen a red Estarossa? Like,
I haven't.
No.
I saw somebody
PvP
say
and
he's good for Hell Crimson.
Yeah,
nah.
that's what I've seen, but that's it.
Nah, there's
He's
no
not good
way.
for Hell Crimson at all whatsoever.
no
I'm not
way.
like.
Actually, I haven't seen any of that either.
Like, there's no
They
way you're
look
gonna
at-
run him other than like your red DMLE, which is such a easy unit to just have and get to 6/6. Is like, why would you even bother? You know, taking off red DMLE and putting in Estarossa. It's just nah.
I'm pretty sure Melly's alongside him for the ignites.
Nah, they think that because of the kit. They look at his kit and think, "Oh right, he can do really well in Crimson," but it just doesn't work like that. You know what
I
mean?
saw a comment saying that. I don't know. Probably not. I haven't really used them.
Nah,
'Cause
it's like running Red Ban, right, on Crimson. It's like, yeah, it works, but like, why? It's just... it works.
It's just extremely impractical. Like
Yeah.
the way his whole thing is built, he increases his attack for each debuff.
Right.
He can't cleanse his stupid commandment, so it's like it makes zero sense.
Nah, the commandment doesn't work on raids.
Right?
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
think
I was
any
thinking about in
commandments
PvP. Yeah, yeah. In PvP, complete garbage. Right? Yeah, he's pretty.
Yeah, like, the
but
thing
even
with-
even in raid, get yourself debuffed to hell. Do you know what I mean? Like you're not gonna get so many debuffs that's gonna make him insane. Even on like maybe Red Demon, where you might end up getting a lot of ignites done on you. It's negligible if you ask me. Like it's pretty fucking shit.
It's
Can
terrible.
we talk about the fact they released 2 Estarossas? Like, what's up with that?
That was a
Why?
terrible
Listen.
decision.
Listen,
I-
I sat there when I saw it. I was thinking as much as I possibly could as to what the fucking thought process was.
There's no-
Dokkan, they're retarded
just
and they're
doesn't-
trying to compete with Dokkan.
I don't know why.
I don't
Nah,
think it's got
if
nothing to do
if
with
they
that.
were trying to
I don't know,
compete,
man.
they would have released Zeldris.
Yeah,
Because
they
even
would've
even
just two
like
Estarossas.
Estarossa,
I think Estarossa is still
is
like,
hype,
top
That was just
tier.
pretty fucking hype, dude.
but
Yeah.
they would have dropped both, like Estarossa and Zeldris. That would have been like, oh, let's
Still wouldn't
compete.
be
That would
enough.
have been the biggest nail in the coffin ever.
Yeah, that would've.
That is the biggest uphill battle that they would still lose. by,
Yeah.
like,
Even
Yeah,
worse,
they're
they
not-
Dokkan's
chose
just way
Estarossas.
bigger.
I don't
nah.
think there's a contest in the first place, really.
Thank you.
You
Yeah,
can't compete with
I
the
don't- I
game
don't know- I
against
don't know
Dokkan's
the
just
Dokkan
way
before
too
the
big.
unit's
See that.
release.
Yeah,
I
those
just
are
see it
terrible.
as maybe like people wanted Estarossa and they said, "Here, fuck it,
But-
have 2 of them."
But that doesn't make sense.
makes sense, because
Save
you
the
can
other
only
one.
run one.
It,
You can only run one.
it doesn't make sense at all, but that's what they decided to do.
Yeah, that's like
I mean,
me-
they've never done this. They've
Right.
never released like the same unit,
The
two of the same
worst-
unit,
Yeah.
drop them in one banner.
And then
And
another
it
thing
wasn't-
too, one is so much better than the other that when you see Estarossa, like, oh yes, but then you have to be conflicted as to which one it is. Because the
Yeah.
green one outshines the red one by miles.
we
like if
kept-
they were
yes.
on par with each other, okay, makes sense. But the green one is just so much fucking
we
better.
were
in
summoning,
every way
right?
possible.
We all summoned like together. And
Yeah.
like every time someone pulled the red Estarossa was like,
I like when I pulled
"Oh."
mine, I was like, is that the right one? And then others told me, it's like, oh yeah, that is him. Because shit,
It's
obviously
just like
he just released. I didn't know.
like in my first multi, right? I pulled two red Estarossas and I was like, could have been the green one, dude. Come
Yes.
on.
Yeah.
I don't even
Yeah.
Like
like,
you were genuinely so disappointed of seeing the red one. It's like it's a
It's
new
like-
unit.
the worst part is
that's
like
not the
let's
good
say they release 2 characters, right? And one of them is much better. But it's 2 different names. So if you pull a character, it's like, oh, it's worse, but at least they can use it. Like it's like
Yeah,
they
exactly.
pull
What
the
I'm
better
scared of.
one. What?
Go for it. No, what I'm scared of is that they do this again in the future. Like, what if they do this with Zeldris?
There's
Double
no-
Zeldris.
They shouldn't do
Yeah.
this. By the
I
way,
mean, I
I,
hope
don't know
they
if you
don't.
lot did you lot see Zeldris' card in story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking shit. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, but
Yeah.
they probably can change. They're probably gonna change
They're
it
gonna
before
change
release.
Yeah,
Yeah.
change it. Yeah, I don't think story's ever the same.
I saw the Derriere is pretty good though. That
Gary
guy.
Harry
Yeah,
was.
they're saying that she's
Yeah.
involved and stuff, and
Yeah.
I think it's just
They're
too
gonna
good to be true. Like,
Yeah, they're gonna change her.
there's no way
Yeah.
They're gonna
Yeah.
change their
It's
area as
impossible.
well. Yeah, for sure.
There's no way, impossible. Because the way she is, it's like, how is her commandment a cuck? Because the commandment is supposed to be a cuck, right? It's a double-edged sword. You know what I mean?
Right.
And her commandment is
Yeah.
like, all you do is you don't use specific units, and you're not affected by it at all. That's not how they work. They should affect all units, no matter what. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And her
No, but
skills and
Gallon's
stuff.
commandment,
Like,
right?
Gallon's commandment.
yeah, his
What
one
is
is that you can't use
Rank up.
no
You
rank ups.
can't. Yeah,
That's-
no rank ups, no down.
That's only Gopher.
Well,
no,
no,
Lily-
and
Lily-
Lily-
Lily's
Lily-
Lily's
bypass
ultimate.
Yeah, I forgot. Lily's ultimate also counts. I know that because I got petrified. I petrified myself so many times on the game. I mean, it's like so specific. Gallon's one, because it was the first one probably, they didn't think much through. Maybe they should have done like all buffs, or like every like blue card. Whenever you do a blue card, you get petrified. Maybe they
Gal
too
was good
strong.
the first week, and then he just fell off. It's
Yeah,
great.
he died real quick. Now you see Gother running around
Gallon was
PvP
pretty
again.
good for a while. Like,
Wasn't he good
Gallon
until
was
Green
good
Eskin came
up
out?
until Green Escanor came out.
Yeah, that killed
That
him.
was like a
Absolutely.
solid block of time.
I never saw Gallon.
I think when Gallon
the
came
first
out
week.
was the first time I hit Challenger.
He was that
I
good.
like pulled.
You just
Yeah.
pulled him. You're like, no, I'm
Yeah,
not.
because like he's a CP monster, and then obviously Gother was used on every team.
Mm.
And he just cucked that so hard. Yeah, it's not surprising.
Those 2 weeks, huh? They should cut.
Only 2 weeks.
No, wait. Listen,
Back when
I
the meta
just-
changed every week.
and
I mean, the
Well,
Kingdom
meta,
was still relevant.
the meta doesn't change every week, but it gets like kind of shaped a little bit, I guess.
Yeah.
The
It's
one
been
big
consistent for
switch was-
months.
Yeah, it's
I mean,
been
back
consistent, but
then.
they keep like releasing new units, and I feel like eventually all these units are gonna be usable. But right now they're like just waiting. They're just waiting.
Yeah.
For the most part, it's always been like
One of these
the
days.
teams are the same, and then a new unit just like swaps out one unit on a current team.
Right.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like with Red King. Everybody was like, "Oh, it's gonna counter penetration."
Yeah.
No, he buffs the
No,
penetration.
Yeah,
bugs
yeah.
it,
He
yeah.
just
He
slapped him in
made
the
the
sub slot.
penetration seem better.
Yeah, he just slapped him in the sub slot. It's like, okay, thanks.
I mean,
thanks,
that was what happened with Valenti when she first came out. It was
Yeah, they
like, oh,
just slapped
counter
him.
Valenti. Well, just throw Valenti on the penetration team too.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
I mean, that team doesn't work though. Like it's
Nah, it
pretty
doesn't.
bad.
The hybrid team is horrible. It's
It's pretty
horrible.
bad.
It does not work. No.
Every time I see one, I'm like, what are you trying to do? Like, you're trying to be, like, defensive? You're
trying to be too much.
aggressive?
Yeah, too much at once. And it
Yeah.
just doesn't work out.
But yeah, maybe... I saw, like, going back on Estarossas, I saw the video of these Korean players using him, and he just was awful. Like, he was doing, like, 10k with a level 3 on type advantage, and I was just like...
Huh?
Yeah,
Wait,
Red Estarossa?
yeah,
Red? You mean?
yeah,
said
he was
green.
doing... He did, like,
Oh, the
10K.
red one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
red one, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's
He did like
garbage.
10k. If it was the reverse blade skill, the one that seals heal, which is terrible, by the way. Just as
Yeah, that one's really bad. You want to use his second skill because that's
The-
the one that
the
is
only
supposed to be
way
good.
that's good is like sealing like king, so he can't like cleanse a petrify or something
Yeah.
like that. That's it. That's the only use, and it has like a low motor. It's so bad.
It doesn't make sense why his kit is that. Not even that. It's his passive as well. It's like there's no balance to this unit. It's just there's just negatives upon negatives. You know, you can't give me a single pro for this unit.
It's funny because like
You can't.
the passive, they try to do something with the passive in his like commandment, like oh he debuffs
No,
himself so he
they
gets
did
stronger.
nothing.
But it's terrible because you only buff like 10%. You'd lower 20 and you buff 10. Oh wow, nice.
I wonder how long it took him to make him. They
10
just sat there
seconds?
for like a few minutes and like, okay, yeah, this is good enough. Fuck it.
They copied
That was-
Merlin's attack, and what's the other attack is from someone else as well, right? It's from Green King,
Isn't it? Yeah, I was gonna say it's one of the
They
kings.
just copied 2 attacks and blasted on the unit, right? The what it does, right?
Yeah,
And,
Yeah.
I think he would work better if you could use 2 commandments at once.
And like the passive is the same as like Green Merlin, but the opposite, right? Let me check. Not Blue Merlin. Isn't there a character?
Oh, I wouldn't know anything about Blue Merlin. Same with Enigma.
Increases
Can I,
Blue
can I
man,
help you? Wait.
You're talking about the skill where she debuffs.
No,
No, wait,
the-
even-
increases
even that
their
doesn't-
own attack by 2% for each debuff on the enemies. They just flipped it and said, oh, it's 10% for him. If it's on him, the debuffs are on him. Increases.
You see, the
10%.
only way that works is if you use him with Melascula, which, by the way,
Yes.
is stupid. It's absolutely stupid.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Because the way they see it is, because you see, you can't have two commandments
Right.
active at the same time, right? So
Yeah.
they're like, okay, you'll turn off his one, you'll activate hers, you won't get attack debuffed, but you'll stack ignites on yourself as long as you don't use his cards. But it's just like, if that's how it is, he's just a sitting duck to be killed. It's just so bad, man.
Yeah, there's
so
no
bad.
positives.
Imagine how much better off people would have been if it was just one SSR Estarossa and a random SR
It could
to
have
not
been,
even take away
it
from the
could've
chance of
been-
getting.
Not even. It could have been
one.
Derriere. They could have just put both of them in.
it could have been
Why
Dowager
Derriere?
Dog. The free one they gave us. They could have just put it as featured.
I would not
Okay.
want to pull that.
I would have been annoyed.
Yeah, I'd rather pull the red.
I'd
Deltry is
rather have-
better
I'd rather
than
have Devil
Red
Estarossa
Estarossa, by the way.
No, I get that. No, I agree. But it's
That's
just
stupid.
I'd rather not get it. Fucking Deltry too. It's like,
Yeah.
Do you know
oh,
why they
thank you.
released the red one? They released him, right? He's a rigged mechanic, right? Because I don't know if you lot have realized, but anyone summoning on this banner, you're not gonna pull the green one. Like, you're gonna pull the red one many more.
Everyone pulled the red one before
I
they
love
pulled the green
Every
one.
single person.
Actually,
like, I've pulled. I think I've done like 1.3k gems, and I got 2 red Estarossas and 1 green.
Ooh.
And, like, and my
1.3, huh?
what do you call it? My friend maxed red Estarossa and has 1 copy of green. It's just like it's absolutely rigged. Do you know what I mean?
Sounds
No,
like
So
but
it-
at
it
the
just
same
sounds
You
like
time,
he's
can't tell
unlucky.
me it's not
at the
rigged.
same time, I got like I want to say at least like 20 people pinged me on Twitter that they pulled green Estarossa like in the first multi. Just reflects.
Yeah, but there's always going to
it's-
be those guys.
yeah,
You know what I mean? There's
yeah.
always going to be, you know,
It's-
those lucky SOBs.
You know what I think it is? It's new accounts. I think people that have been
Oh
playing the
my
game a lot.
god.
Listen, listen.
All right, get your tin
Okay.
foiled hats on, boys. Go
I'm
ahead,
just
Nod.
saying. I'm just saying.
Let's hear it.
Every single time it's a new account when they're flexing like that, because new accounts are a bit lucky. They
Oh
know
my
like, oh, this guy
God.
spends, he's gonna have to summon a little bit more. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Truth takes like 10,000 stones to pull to Rambo Yin. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and then you get like the rerolls, and they get like one of the units in one summon. I believe what Naga's saying. There's something to it.
I'm just
So
saying.
you
I
believe
believe
in the
that as
seed
well.
and everything?
Yeah, but here's the one thing you guys don't take into account. Where are the 4,000 accounts that are being like, hey, look at my first multi, I got nothing on it. You only see the
Yeah,
multis
that's true.
care
That's
about.
true. That's true.
Like of course, like no one's ever gonna tweet out, hey Nagato, look at this multi.
You think that? You
Like,
think that so many people tweet me like that? Yo, dog, I just got a full rare multi. This game's trash. All the time. All the time. But yeah, that's
yeah, but
true.
that's blazing. So
No, I'm talking about Grand Cross. I just pulled like a full rare multi. This game's trash.
that's 11 stamina bots.
That's true. That's the thing, right? Every single time it gets shafted, that's bots. That's
Well, until you have
it's
600 of them
dungeon.
sitting in your box.
use
I
them.
think I'm just about 600 or 700 sitting there.
I was a 400.
I have
but
about
used a lot.
500 just sitting there.
I mean, I got a
wow.
lot when I had to spend 1,500 gems summoning 1 copy of Blue Lilia.
Dude, that was
Yeah, that's
That was
unfortunate.
tough.
that despair is the funniest thing.
But, you know, I managed to pull 8 Valentes and, what was it, 8 or 9 Green Lilias? I think 3 Kings.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
you
I-
didn't walk away with nothing.
Right,
besides Blue Lily.
Nothing.
Blue Lily.
It's better than
but-
pulling
you
just
pulled,
two
like-
red Estarossas.
So,
Wait, Mystic,
is-
did you pull 3 Valentes in one multi?
yeah.
That's tough.
That could have been 3 Lilias.
But, I mean, my
Yeah.
Valenti's 6/6 now, so I don't really care. That's why I said I'm getting her UR gear at this point.
Yeah, worth it.
Now her ultimate
I'm walking
actually does
in.
damage.
No one
damn.
is doing anything to my Valenti.
Buff up
Oh,
your
that,
red.
you're gonna be cancer.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I am. I want to go in and
I
make
didn't think
people
about
surrender.
that. You
My,
cancer.
my way of winning is people see my team of 200k natural CP,
Reflex.
and they see a
Oh,
Valenti on there, and they're gonna quit every
They,
time.
they check your stats. They see everything's like, okay, that's your equipment. I'm good. And just leave.
So in total, I've pulled I think 18 green Lilias from the time she's been out
Yee.
to now.
I mean, coins. That's good, but I would have
Yeah.
gotten fed up with that. And this all could have been avoided if you didn't fall asleep.
That's true. I would have had 1,500 more gems to my name.
Oh,
Yeah.
goodness.
It's unfortunate.
No, I could have had Estarossa by now.
That's why you should always grab a copy of OCs on their step up. Always.
Right.
Yeah, that's where
That's what I
oh,
did.
God.
It's
I regret not getting
242
Valenti.
gems. It's really soft. Like you can easily do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I wish I'd gone Valenti.
Step ups are
Like I
good.
would, I probably wouldn't use her, but it'd be nice to have the option for more just team options.
Yeah.
So that I'm stuck without her.
Also,
Noob.
Crimson Hell with Valenti is not Crimson. Sorry.
Yeah,
Grey Demon.
Grey Demon. I did
It's like-
Grey Demon Hell with her for the first time yesterday. It's
I
like he
could
doesn't do
like
damage.
auto it.
He
It
doesn't
is,
do damage,
it is
dog.
literally the easiest thing in the world.
It's so funny.
I don't know if you guys know this, but she's also the she will hit the hardest on Grey Demon.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
yeah,
has
because of her passive.
Yeah,
the burst.
because of her burst. Yeah, her ultimate.
Yeah,
No,
my,
She
mine
hits
is only,
she hits harder than my Green King, who's
Yeah.
6 out of 6 and has crit
Oh,
damage gear.
Mine is only 1/6, so mine doesn't hit that hard, but still. She's actually useful on something other than PvP. Crazy.
Wow.
yeah. That's how I treated her when she was first released. Oh, she's only good at PvP, and here I am looking
And
a little dumb.
there's the thing, because now that we get upgradable costumes, time to start doing
Yeah,
hell.
we talked
nonstop.
about that before you joined in. What do you think about costumes, the upgrade thing?
I like it a lot. Like I really, really like it, but it is impossible. Like it's gonna take you like 3 years to get everyone's outfits maxed out.
Yeah, it's
All
what we
right,
said.
we're all in agreement with that.
Like you only get one every time you do it, and you have like a 5% chance of getting if
You
you're
only
not
get one if
host.
you're host.
Yeah, if you're host. Very
Yeah,
important.
Wild.
if you're just joining, best of luck.
The worst thing about Hell is that like if it's Crimson, you need someone that knows what they're doing. So you need to like
Right.
ask someone, "Yo, can you join me?" or something. You're not gonna
Yeah,
get a random.
I'm not running any hell with
like
randoms.
Red Demons. Like
Red Demons,
it's,
whatever.
It takes a while,
Um,
but it's easy.
Gray is fine.
But the
like-
Crimsons, like you need someone
Yeah.
that knows, because if you get either super unlucky, which can happen, or the other person is a dumbass, you're lost. But the new raid, it should fix that. The new raid.
I'm hoping
I
that's
hope
what
so.
it is.
Yeah.
That they're gonna soften the blow of how you guys feel about it by making the world rage just.
How
like,
you guys?
the
So you
go-to.
think right now is good? You think right now the
No,
raid is
no,
good?
no. You
So
guys
what-
are more upset than me. That's what I'm saying.
I'm more upset because the whales can just buy all of these.
No, I
it's
respect-
unlimited. They can buy
Yeah,
as
but
many
the,
as
I
the whales
acknowledge-
can do whatever they wanted. The
I
whales can
acknowledge
have
I
a
respect
full
that
team.
before. I'm just
of-
saying.
They can have
world
8
rage
sets of
should be the
UR
same.
gear on day 1. So
Yeah. Yeah, but at least Training Cave, like before they patched it, Training Cave was like easy to get like the purple thing. You just had to like do the
They
the
didn't.
twinkle
They
ones.
nerfed it, man.
Yeah, they nerfed
it hard.
It's so why it's so blatant too. It was so blatant. They try
I'll
like
say
a-
this. It's because it's to promote you to buy the stone pack. It's the same thing with this this new costume system. The whole point is that free to play players, right? They don't. Do you know what I mean? They don't get paid from the free to paid from
Right.
the whales.
Right, it's a business.
So the
it's
point is,
money.
they release it. They release this system, right, where it just seems impossible to get these materials, and then what the whales simply they spam by the shit out of them. It's an infinite pack. You can buy this until you max your entire book. It's an infinite pack. So the amount of money they're making just from this one pack by releasing this kind of mechanic is it's insane.
Is the reason why
The same
they,
thing-
they didn't drop the raid with it as well then? Like they were like, yo, the raid's gonna come out like in 2 weeks or something. I don't know. So in
Well,
those
during
2
the-
weeks,
they weren't
during
ready.
the live stream, they said
Yeah, they
there
said they
was
weren't ready.
they
Yeah,
said
behind
there was
schedule.
complications. Yeah.
Yeah.
complications.
It wasn't them
Could also be an
intentionally.
excuse.
As far as we know, it wasn't
Yeah, I
their
was gonna say-
intention to
Sure it
not
was.
release alongside. But this brings so Trocho thinks this is the downfall of Grand Cross.
I think this is a huge red flag.
he
for
was
an
just
update.
sitting there
Yeah,
waiting
yeah.
for it. It's like,
Yeah.
This whole
Having
update
his head into the
is terrible, and this update could lead to negative things in the future. This is how every gacha starts to downfall.
Yes.
and
It's a
specifically
snowball.
in that marble games, right?
Yes, Nolar was right. This costume system is exactly what Nolar said happened in Marvel Future Fight. They paywall it. Eventually, maybe some more of the costumes, the paid ones, never become available for gems anymore. Stuff like that. And if you want the good costumes, you want the whale costumes, you have to buy the packs. And if you don't buy the packs, you can upgrade costumes after a
Just
month.
slowly, right?
Yeah,
As an
see,
out-
he gets
yeah.
it. He gets it. He gets it.
But
So you
to
agree?
be fair, so
I agree 100%.
here's-
This system
the other
is
side of it.
impossible. It's you cannot you get what 6 raids a day,
Yeah.
right? And then you can try your fucking luck getting 1 drop from 10 raids with random people, because those drop rates are horrible. We're talking like a week to make 1 piece of gear. Wait, not even. Yeah, a week. Roughly a week to make 1 piece of gear to upgrade it, just for 1 type of outfit, like headpiece, weapon. 1 week just to make 1, right? And then there's 5 slots and 3 different categories per unit. It's impossible.
And you have
It's
to keep in mind,
impossible.
everyone in here, we're all really endgame because we dedicate so much
Yes.
time to this. Any average player doing hell is
Not
Yeah, forget it.
realistic.
Yeah,
you can do
yeah,
red
yeah.
because you have Gustav, but for an average player to do crimson or gray, no, you're
150k
not going to
each
do it.
minimum
Yeah.
from yeah.
okay, so here's the other side, because everyone's looking at it one way. One, literally irrelevant if you're not an endgame player, because the only people who are benefiting from this are endgame players. So it's not like you're losing an advantage on someone else. Like, if you're middle of the pack 100k CP, this update does not impact you even the slightest bit. Like, you weren't doing hell before, you're not doing hell now. It's irrelevant. Then, when it comes to the gear itself, like, you gotta remember that there's only 5 pieces of outfits. And then on top of that, I was looking at the max level of all these UR outfits. You barely go up in stats. Like, you're getting, like, okay, for example, a weapon, right? 180 attack on a UR. Max is like 210.
210, yeah.
That's actually a
210,
big
yeah.
difference. Because here's
That's
the
for
thing.
defense
It's
as well.
5.
No, it's a huge difference. It's a huge difference. Shall I tell you why? Maximum
gear.
CP, maximum, yeah, in terms of like the gear cost stuff, the max CP before this update was 210k, right? Now the max CP from one of the King players is 220.4. That's a 10.4k increase in CP through this awakening. That's a lot.
So I agree with that.
Is because percentages, right? You get like 30 per
Yes.
times 5,
Yeah.
and then
Raw
you add
stats
like
affects percentage a ton. Yeah.
you get a
I
percentage.
don't know
and
how
then-
much the HP gives, but it's gonna be a nice boost. The HP the
But-
head pieces.
What you just said was Mystic's first point. It was just endgame.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
and then
it's
here's-
far more than endgame. Like it goes deeper than endgame. You're not gonna
And then
face these guys unless you're
Here's the other part.
PvP.
The way you're describing it, right? That 220k. We're talking about the literal like 0.01% top
Yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah.
game. So
Yeah.
it's also like out of perspective. You gotta realize the 99% of the people
majority of players
are not doing that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it doesn't affect like pretty much.
Because
most
if
players.
you're not at that point where you're already at 200 plus k CP, throwing $500 on these outfits is not the way to spend your money.
It's
There are
big.
better ways
I
you
think
can-
that
I
they
think it
could've-
costs more than 500.
Well, I'm just giving you an
Shit.
example. Like, if you're gonna
Yeah.
drop $1,000 on the game and you're not at 200k CP already, that is one of the worst ways to spend your money.
yeah, no business doing that stuff.
So it's like, I agree that yes, like this gives whales, like the mega whales, an advantage, but like for the average person, it's just one more thing to do. It's just more content. It's incentive to play
That's fair.
Hell. I have never done hell prior to this update, and this is the only reason why I'm going to do
It's
hell,
actually the
and
reason to
I
do it.
prefer that.
No, but the thing is,
Like-
I still have hope because one thing that they introduced that they could have never introduced if they didn't want to is envos. They could have
And
made
hammers.
so you always had to like reroll SSR gear with gems, but they said nah. Let's make a system that you can also do it for free. I think they can make it like different.
Yeah, but then they also threw in a pack that costs, for me it's £70. To you guys maybe it's
It's-
$100 or something.
It's terrible.
$100
That
Oh,
pack
this
is
is the
cap.
300 anvils and 20 hammers.
That pack is
Oh.
killing.
And the
That's
whales, they
awful.
spam that pack as well. They spam it
Now I
hard.
have
That's how
many
they
gear
get
sets,
max,
and
max
I'm a
I have
leg-
no issue with that because the
I'm-
whales are going to spend the gems to reroll their stats anyways.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, I started after you guys. I don't know when you started, Jay, but I started with Green Escudo, right?
They won.
And I have 4 really good sets of SSR gear that are fully rerolled with anvils. Never bought them, so it's like they give a good amount. Like it's a good system.
No, it's extremely free to play. Like
Yeah.
it's the most free to play update they've ever done. But at the same time, they threw like a
Right. They
like a
Yeah,
a
they
little
want to
pay
make
to
money.
play
community
game
a
in there as
bone,
well.
and then there's like, okay, and for you guys, here's a
And
little
for
yeah.
you whales,
Yeah.
you take this.
Yeah.
Which, like, to be honest,
So
like,
yeah, that's true.
Like,
One
for
thing
They're,
is
they're
that
catering. I mean, they're
most
catering to
games-
both audiences, right? The
Yeah,
average
it's a
player-
different sides of the same coin, basically.
Yeah.
It's
the thing is that
affecting
most games, like let's say Legends, right? They make their money
oh god.
only on like summoning characters, right? I mean now
Yeah.
they have like rerolling gear, it takes chrono crystals, but it doesn't matter. Like it's 99% is like summoning characters, right? In this game, because like we have SSR tickets guaranteed, when you pull a unit, you don't need dupes. Like you literally don't need dupes. Like on
No, you
Legends,
don't.
let's say you need
It's
to pull like
CP
you
only.
need to pull the unit like 10 times. Like it's different. Like this game makes money with like other shit. It's not like how other games do with like characters.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They try to
You can buy
monetize everything,
gear
though.
in this game, bro.
It's so
You can
bad
buy
though.
gear pack.
It's so terrible. You can get an SSR gear by like literally farming for 5 minutes, or you can buy them for $100. It's either or.
Then again, this doesn't affect 99.99% of players. Obviously, it triggers me because I have to play these guys on a daily basis, and obviously I
Yeah,
can't do those
especially
kind of
because
things,
now
right?
they
Yeah.
changed the matchmaking for
Challenger.
Challenger. Now now you're only facing those guys. I'm assuming, or bots. It's either those guys or
Yeah.
bots. Because now you face like people with like a similar point that you have, the similar amount of points.
If you're in top 100, you're gonna face pretty much mostly top 100 players / their bots, which is pretty
Their
much
bots
all
are
I
still
face.
good.
So. Yeah, I mean they're bots, but it's just I don't know. But then again, the whole bot stuff is I don't know why they've done that. Like I said, since this update, there's just been a fucking influx of bots, and it's just sickening. Like it's just not fun to play. I'm
Yeah,
saying this. I'm playing PvP for this
bots
week, and
are
I've just
so
faced
stupid.
bot after bot.
Just wait for Guild Wars. That is the saving
Oh,
grace.
that too. Guild
Yeah.
Wars.
If it is anything remotely similar to Epic 7, Guild Wars is definitely gonna be like.
How does Epic 7 handle it?
No
So
clue.
it is, well, Epic 7, you have a defense. Like there's two sides to Guild Wars, right? You set your defense team
You have an offensive team.
and then offensive team, right?
Right.
And offensive team you can change to whatever. Defensive team is set prior to Guild War starting.
Oof.
So you set your Guild War team. You know, Guild War start. You're paired up against another guild, and it is who can take out majority of the other, like opponent's team. So it's like you're versing AI. You're not versing live action, but you're trying to.
Oh.
Guild Wars live is going to be really, really hard to do.
Yeah, I
The
don't know. Yeah, I don't think
connection.
they
Yeah.
can implement that.
The connection is gonna be horrible. Imagine like a lot of people playing. It's like Legends PvP. It can't be like.
Yeah, because if you
not gonna
have it to where it's in a set time, one, not everyone might be able to participate, and two, everyone trying to participate,
It's a
At one.
clusterfuck.
it's just they're funneling too much, and it's just not gonna end well. So
Yeah, hopefully they do like that then.
with the AIs, yeah. Okay, how about the two ticket pools now that they're doing? With
Those
the old-
those are absolute garbage. Look,
The
guys,
logins.
Terrible.
I've
Why?
done like. Listen, you see those tickets?
Mhm.
Just don't buy them. They're fucking garbage. I spent
Okay.
over like 100 SR coins. I did like, I don't know, like I did so many multis and I got like one
No,
or
I'm
two
not even
SSRs.
talking about the SRs being bad. The SSRs are bad too because they changed the login bonus. Now, before it was like,
Oh, the login
SSR
bonus.
ticket used to be like, you can pull any unit except the original characters. You
Yeah.
can pull any unit. Now,
Now
it's
you can
like,
only pull
now
part
you
one.
can only pull season 1 characters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that I didn't like.
You don't have Green
upset.
Escanor? Fuck you. It just-
The gem banner split was great. Part 1 and part 2, so you can selectively have a smaller pool to pull from. Great.
Yeah.
Changing the tickets you get every week and then separating the part 1 and 2 tickets. Now I know Netmarbles was like, yeah, no, we'll give you part 2 tickets, but until we actually see how it works, I don't trust Netmarble. I have no faith that Netmarble can handle this well at all.
Yeah.
Based on how they've done other gacha
You're being
games and
so angry.
how it starts, no.
Okay.
Feel the
This is
tone.
Bad. This is a bad
it
update
is a
that has
bad
a lot of red
update.
flags that can quickly snowball very, very fast.
They gave one with story mode. If you get like to complete it all, you get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they.
That's
either-
too big a margin.
Yeah.
Story mode. We don't get that often. Do you know
yeah,
what
what I'm saying is I hope they either, right? You get one every time there's a new chapter, which is like every month, and there's like you get one every like 2 weeks or something. There's a new
Yeah, they
mission.
should
or
really
something.
alternate it.
Yeah, they should alternate it. Like 1 week is part 1, 1 week is part 2. 1 week's part 1.
I mean? Hey, they might do that, you know.
I mean, they
never
didn't
know.
say it, so you never know.
Yeah.
I mean, if they hear us complaining enough, you know, they
on
might be just
on
willing to
the
change it.
text, the patch notes, it only mentioned.
Don't worry. When
part
I
one.
get the Grand Cross Connect, that's it. We're getting everything changed. I'm gonna have them load my account with 1,000 gems every week.
like the Pokemon thing, they were contacting YouTubers to be like, I don't know if it was partners or the term that they used. Speedy told me you'd get like an extra like gems every week or month. You'd get.
Oh, you
like-
mean Temtem? That?
No, it's the Pokemon mobile
Not
game.
tempting.
but,
They
like,
would
legitimate
sponsor
Pokemon.
the YouTubers.
Oh, Pokemon Masters?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were sponsoring YouTubers. You would get like extra gems every week or month or something. You'd get like a lot of stuff if you partner with
Yeah.
them.
Oh,
They do that for the Korean players. You know what? Have you ever seen the Grand Cross when they do
Yes,
a Korean live
yeah.
stream? You know, yeah,
Yes.
man, those people get sponsored. There's I don't know his name, right? But if you've ever seen the Korean live stream, you know that
The-
guy with glasses and big teeth.
I see. Yeah,
That guy. I don't know if
um,
you've ever seen him showcase his box, right? But he
He
has
has-
like 400 SSR
he
coins.
had-
He's got all
Yeah.
the units. They're all 6/6. It's a sponsorship. Do you know what I mean?
Like there's
So,
this
I mean,
Korean
We
couple is
Googling
really cool.
Netmarble support right now, so
Like they trust me. Like after a live stream, they get that 5K gem drop in their
Oh,
box.
you saw,
like, I'm telling you.
dude, on the guild
I- that's how I wanna get paid.
when they were showing
Oh,
the
yeah,
boss,
same.
they said,
showing
okay, we
Give
can
me
give
cash,
you
give me
like a
gems.
grand in cash. I said, no, don't give me none of that shit. I want 10,000 gems in my box.
and when
Every
they were
week.
showing when they
10,000
were showing
gems every week in my box.
the new guild boss,
Oh,
the
my.
account that they showed had like 8,000 gems or something. Literally like 8,000 gems. I'm like, how? Free to play, by the way.
Free to play, by the
8,000
way.
gems.
Free to play, by
They
the way.
call it a care package.
I want this character package.
Yeah, how do I get this care package?
Yeah, but
You don't, sadly.
going back
can.
to the
No, we're not Korean. We can't.
Oh,
I mean, when Global comes out,
whoa, come
No.
on.
Oh, when global, then
when Global comes out,
I don't think the JP guys get it because they don't
No, I
necessarily
think
have
it's
like
only
JP
Korean.
streamers.
there's Go Through VA, there's cosplayers, there's the staff that's always
the
there.
cosplayers.
Yeah,
the
but they're not
Korean.
actual like content creators for
Yeah,
Grand
exactly,
Cross
exactly.
like people. The Koreans
Exactly.
they hook up their people, right? Because they make content for the game
There's like two people.
and they support them in that content by giving them fucking everything.
Gems.
You think they
But
give them gems?
I'm
or money?
hoping
I feel like they give them money.
because Global is going to be significantly bigger than JP in terms of just, population of people
Accessibility,
playing.
viewership,
Right.
pretty much in every way possible.
I'm
Yeah.
hoping that they decide to do global events.
Mm.
Oh.
They're
That'd be
probably gonna
cool.
do live streams like they do JP
Okay,
and
I don't know if you guys already talked about this. That one tweet that Sora tagged you and Nagato about the
Slime
slime
units, right?
characters
Slime.
Yeah.
disappearing from the box. What's your thoughts on that?
I was
Yikes, dude.
really hopeful that when Slime Season 2 was gonna come back, they were gonna do another season. They were gonna do another event, right? Like maybe when the season ends, oh, there's an event in Grand Cross, like part 2 of the celebration of Slime. But now I don't know. Now
So,
I'm kind of doubtful.
Yeah, that was really weird.
my personal opinion, which is one that I think majority of people would disagree with, is I really like the fact that exclusive units are exclusive.
Hmm.
It gives me like
It gives me
I
a reason
like
to
the fact
summon.
that I'm rewarded for playing the game from day one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's a
get
certain
something that
prestige to
you
it.
can never have.
So for someone that's newer, that's obviously an opinion that they won't like.
Yeah, but
Right.
those line units are
Yeah.
not even good.
Yeah, but you
Like-
don't need to cater to every single new
No,
player.
no, I
Right.
agree.
You-
No, I'm
you know what I
on
mean?
Mystic 16. I'm a day one player. It doesn't
Yeah.
affect me. I have all three. I'm good.
No, the
It's
thing
just-
is that if those units were like busted, mega broken, I'll be upset. But like they're not.
They're not, man. They're
So-
collection units.
Yes.
They're nothing
Yes.
special. There.
they're there.
It's like
It's
the
like,
Halloween
hey,
units. The
I
Halloween
have to
units
be
are
done.
also kind of exclusive, right? But they're trash. So
I mean, yeah, for the most part.
New
yeah.
Year's
Elaine,
only really
but that's
the
it.
Green DML is good, and he's not even.
I mean,
like,
I use the New Year's a lot to farm up those raids. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
actually, I
yeah,
don't.
that,
like-
but you
I
don't
love
need. You
that.
didn't
I just
need
put
to
the
pull
costumes
them.
on someone else.
You didn't need to pull them. You can buy those costumes with gems.
But you originally couldn't.
Yeah, originally. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't announce they were gonna do that.
I don't know. I don't know if they said in the patch notes, to be honest.
No, they didn't. It was like when it was released. It's like this is the only way to get the costumes. But
Yeah.
that-
Because they were doing it similar to the Halloween event. But the difference is the Halloween costumes were only relevant during the event itself. They had no impact on it after the event went away.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of Halloween, I need them to bring back another event like Halloween for material and everything. I'm running low.
Yes, the Halloween
Oh
event
my
for
God.
mats was.
We used
really,
to get so many mats.
That's
Yes.
what I'm saying.
I was stocked up on mats for a long time.
Say I'm just now running out from Halloween.
This
I
is like the
was-
first time in 3 months that I've had to run
Grind.
books. Like, because I needed books.
Yeah, same.
Well, don't you always farm books though? Like you,
Usually
you're.
doing half stamina,
Yeah,
but
but usually,
yeah,
because
so
I'm lazy, I farm. I specifically farm red books, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
true,
yeah,
'cause
red
Bully
books.
is
That's
like-
the best.
I-
That's the best one.
I don't do the other 2 ones.
Is it because it's faster? I'm imagining, right?
Yeah,
The stage is better.
it's
and
about
There's
speed.
Bull Demon Melee,
Yeah.
so you know.
And I think there's
If
less.
you farm
bosses.
enough, you can just transmute them to other colors anyway.
Right.
It costs
Yeah.
you
But
like
I
overnight
hate
farms.
being inefficient. Like, I'd rather just do the runs on those ones rather than transmute, because it's not like I'm doing them. Like, let's say I'm doing red and I'm finishing it in a minute per run. It's not like if I go to blue, I'm doing it in 2 minutes. Like, I'm doing it in like a minute 20 seconds or a minute 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So the 2-to-1 difference is not worth it for me.
I'm just lazy. I just I don't. Maybe that's just me.
Yeah. No, I feel it. I do the same thing. I would just transmute. I get lazy, especially if I have more than enough.
I mean, I thought you were running out because you sold all of them. Like, I just need gold. That's all I need. No books.
Mm.
I'm sitting at
It's just
50 million. I'm just like waiting for the rate up on the gear summons to come
With
back.
the costume thing, it's gonna consume a lot of gold.
I think that's
I
fine.
think
Gives
it
you
was like
another.
Gold is a
1.5
pretty
mil. at
Straightforward
All-Star.
resource to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad. I think it's good because I was just sitting here with gold as well. Like, there's nothing for me to. And the only thing gold really is useful for me right now is like summoning gear and breaking it for redstone.
Gold
That's
is
it.
one of those things that you're gonna struggle with the first like 3 months of playing the game, and then as soon as you
1
get
month.
past that point, you. Well, to be fair, the average player isn't playing 42 hours.
Yeah, sorry, my 1 month.
Like, yeah.
It's different. I mean, other than that, I won't say about the slime units. The one thing I don't like about that is that they could have at least let me get the heart thing. I can't even get that. I have the blue haired one. What's his name? Rimuru. I can't even get his hearts. I literally
You were
can't.
never,
Oh, I see
you were
what
never
you mean.
able to.
There's no friendship.
Yeah.
Oh,
there's
Yeah,
okay.
no
Yeah,
friendship.
you
there's
have
no
no friendship.
intimacy.
You can buy you was able to get the stuff through the exchange.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Where
Yeah,
you
dude.
exchange the
Yeah.
materials from the
Yeah, but
what's
they
it called
never
again? The
had-
Ifrit raid.
They never had
Yeah.
like even when they came out, it's not like they had a friendship meter or whatever.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
I
never
thought-
any.
I
Yeah,
thought-
it was never there.
I
Yeah,
thought
it
they
was never
did, and they just took it off. Like, fuck.
No.
No, it was never
there.
there.
No, it was just never a thing.
I pulled Rimuru 1 hour before I went away, and so I couldn't get his material, like all of his other cosmetics. I was so sad.
I mean, it only
Tough.
took me what was it, around 2,000 gems to get Rimuru.
I remember that.
I pulled 9 Lily. So on that banner, it was Lilia and Rimuru. Both had the same exact chance of being pulled, right?
So stupid. How many times have Green Lilia cucked you, huh? It's so
So
specific.
I pulled
So much for
9
exclusive units.
green Lilias before I pulled 1 Rimuru. So think about that. Imagine flipping a coin 9 times in a row before you get the side you wanted.
That
How many gems?
it's the
2,000.
it's the red Estarossa thing Jay said. It's the one unit Chukaku.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, man. Sometimes you don't know what's going on behind me. You don't know.
And then they gave
It's
us
like
stuff,
a
man, I'm
guaranteed
That was so stupid.
ticket
That
after,
was-
and that
oh my
tilted the
God.
shit out of me.
That was so. I was so. After everyone was done spending, they settled in with whatever they got. Free guaranteed
They
slime
should
ticket,
have
by the way.
announced, huh? They should have said, "Oh, at the end there's gonna be a ticket." So
Yes, they should have from the beginning. But
Why
they were
would
just
they
like
do
last
that?
second.
Because then you
just-
know
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you're gonna
there's,
get
like,
one.
Yeah, I know why.
monetary-wise-
I
It's
missed
just
that
it's
ticket. I was mad.
scummy. It's really really scummy. I was just like, I mean, I had all three, so I was like, oh, thanks for the coin, I guess, but just really really dumb. Oh great.
I
Shame.
mean, other than that, we only talked about like the ticket with the new login. What about the rest of the new login bonus? Let me bring it up. I forgot what.
Well,
it
I
is,
know you get more
I was gonna say, we're
We're getting
diamonds
more
now.
gems.
You get like
right?
8, I think, instead of 6.
Yes,
which is like not that big of a difference, really. I mean,
it's not, but it adds up.
it's
It's
true a
like-
Yeah.
week. If it's like 2 a day, it's 2 a week. So now you get 2 AP pots, which we all need those. 10 keys, which is like it used to be like 2 SR tickets. Now it's just 1. That's the thing. They're letting us summon less characters, and the SR tickets were like every unit was in there except the OCs. Now it's a human, giant, and unknown, which is pretty much melee, DN. No, a human. Sorry, it's like Hauser, Escanor, DN, and Blue Gopher. Those are the units you
And
can pick.
Merlin.
Red and Blue Merlin. Yeah.
Merlin's considered
I'm
unknown.
never really
Yeah.
summoning
Yeah, she
those,
is.
Okay.
you know, selected race, whatever.
Like
I mean,
I
Those
think
banners
that
are
I
just
think
like-
that would have been too good if they done like specific race banners, because then you can just buy one ticket of that race, spam
Yeah.
it hard, and eventually pull the unit you're looking for. That's why they mix it. Because think about it, if they split it into there's 6 different categories of
the
thing,
3
right?
races I think was good. I'm just saying, like, the split being like 3 races. Why? Just leave it how
So
it was.
what do you think? Like 2 races? Oh, just complete SR, SSR.
Yeah, SR is SR. Well,
But it makes it an easier chance for people to pull what they want.
not
in a
if they
way.
don't get the ticket. Not if they never get the demon ticket. Like
Well, I mean, can
if
you
you
get
if you
can't
want
get it in
Gallant,
a SR shop?
no, I mean you can buy it. You don't get it from like login bonus anymore. Like I'm saying, like it used to be,
Okay. So you're talking.
You
Yeah.
get 2
okay,
from
never
login
mind.
bonus, the SR SSR. Now you never be able to have like a chance of pulling Gallon or something for this ticket.
Yeah.
You want Gallon? Fuck you. Pretty much.
Oh,
So
man.
like overall, how are we feeling about this update?
Eh,
I got a 10.
I mean, we got a
Update
good
sucks.
unit out of it, but I mean, what's it worth?
No, like unit aside, I don't count that as part of an update. Unit aside.
Oh, then
Well,
yeah,
we
I
got
thought it
them
was
the
kind of a
good stuff.
fluke.
got
Other than
that
the guild
nice
stuff,
gear
it
change.
sucks.
I call it a fupa.
I think this was the worst update they've ever done.
Yeah.
I'm honest.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Terrible.
Like when I was reading the patch notes, I said in my video, like I think this is the first time I think they've done something terrible. I think this is the first time I'm not saying they did something good. I mean the whole costume thing, they can turn it around and give a lot. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
They
That can be
Yeah, obviously we're exaggerating the costume stuff, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously it's not like we said, 99% of the affect them at all. It's just the what's the word I'm looking for?
It's like
What's the word I'm looking for, man? It's just the progress is just going to be so slow. It's going to be
It's
mind
gonna be- Okay. yeah,
spamming
okay.
hell raids every day to get this
I think
precious
they
material.
just doubled it, right? So you get 2 if you're the host.
And you get one
Like
if you're
if they made it between like 2 and 3, I think all of a sudden it's like more than
Yeah,
They
enough.
should- they
It's,
should-
it's manageable.
They should
Manageable.
guarantee as
Realistic.
well if you're not the host, because I don't want to join people. I'm not gonna get it.
Yeah.
Bro,
They need
I've
to
done
make
10
better-
raids without a drop.
Like the one thing they can do is at least make, instead of 2 drops for the raid currency, make it 3.
They increase the
that's like-
chance, maybe. I don't know. 2.5% is so bad.
Well, why didn't they? For example, I don't know if you remember in Slime Collab, right? They released this exclusive food. You make it and you get more.
Yes, I
Oh,
remember.
yeah,
materials
I still
from
have
that
Why
was
wouldn't they
really
make them
good.
something
Yeah, I still
like that?
have that.
Yes, that was really good. I mean, they could do that with the
soup
Guild
stuff,
Wars
whatever that
update.
was, that
Introduce
miso
them
soup.
to the guild shop with like the freaking costume map boosting food like they have for each of the.
That's
team
true. Make it like a
drops. They could.
level 9 reward.
Yeah. That actually, yeah. A max guild.
Mm.
Good.
They would
access
have
to
to
that.
like give more guild points or something as well. Like with the Guild Wars thing, like you get extra guild points
Oh,
only
okay,
with the
yeah.
guild boss. I'm saying like you get like if your guild is like top 1%, 0%, you get like 600 points, right? Which is
I want a
Okay.
top 100 reward.
I think
Top
Because I
100
feel like
reward.
there's only top
Like-
3, right, or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a weird breakdown. It's like top 1% and then top 3. Like there's like a huge gap in there. I feel like they can give out better rewards for in between.
Of course they can.
Because like, yeah, because if you think about it, it's like, would you rather have the incentive of, oh, we can easily make top 100? That's a big
Yeah.
pool. Versus
We're like,
just,
we are
oh, we
not
gotta
gonna
be the
make top
best of the
3.
best, top 3. I'm not gonna bother pushing that
Like,
hard.
Yeah.
Top 1%. I think we make it in our guild with like 3 people
From
doing
0%.
guild boss. Like yeah.
Yeah, like Ryan, me, and Viper do it. It's just top 0%. Like
I do it on now. Like usually Friday night going into Saturday is when I do my guild boss. I do 1 run on each thing. Don't care about the scores. If I don't hit 2300, I don't care. As long as I get my 100 anvils, that's all I care about.
I care. I want
Like,
this
yeah.
to happen.
They need to change the rewards, man.
I think the
'Cause,
rewards are good.
I don't know,
rewards-
man, because
No,
when you
I mean
look
the
at-
placement rewards.
I want hammers in there.
yeah, the placement rewards.
Oh yeah, the placement rewards
the
are
placement.
trash. It's just the point
'Cause,
rewards are good.
A bracket that would make sense, right, is they could do like 100 to 75 get a separate reward, and then 74 to I don't know 51, and then 50 to let's say 26, and then 25 to I don't know 10, and then 9 to 4, and then 1 to 3, or
Mhm.
well 2, 3, and then 1. Just make it more diverse. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
there's,
Add more stuff
there's
in
no
between.
reason. There's
It's
no
like
reason.
such a big gap for no reason.
I think there hasn't been a single time that we even got like not top 0. It's like
Yeah. Like from
So,
the existence of guilds, like guild boss to now, we've always gotten in.
So what is it? Is it 1 to 3 get more rewards, and then the rest get the same as like
I can
1%?
Yeah.
open the game
Like,
right now.
number-
1
like-
to 3.
4 to whatever is like irrelevant.
Yeah, you're like top 4 and wow, that must suck.
You get 4th, and you get the same as people who like 3 people in their guild do it, and you get the same reward as someone
Yeah.
whose whole guild tries hard. It's really unbalanced.
Let me check the rewards for top 2. I think it's not even that good. I think it's like
I think
1K
this is a
points.
similar
it's,
issue.
It's just more guild coins. That's it.
Yeah, top 3 you get 700 coins opposed to 600. You get an extra
Pretty generous.
100. And then top 2 is 800 and top 1 is 1000.
Like it should be like number 1 is getting like 2k gems, 2 is getting like 1500, and then 3 is getting like 1k.
Not gems, you mean
Gems.
coins.
Not gems. Sorry, you know what I meant.
Oh, dude, I was
Get
about to say,
shit
what
gems.
is...
Well, I want 2k gems every week, so
Yeah, we're sponsored by Marvel, so we get that. But the
The
other
individual
players-
rewards, they're great. We can agree on that, right?
yeah, they're good.
yes.
The individual, they're fine.
Especially the
2,
anvils. When I saw that they give
two
like 100
two
anvils,
pendants,
I love the anvil.
anvils.
100 extra anvils. Like if I'm getting 200, no, I mean if I'm getting like 100 anvils from PvP, like that alone was like super nice for me. Now I'm getting like 200
and
anvils a week.
then you get 100 anvils, right? And then I go on the fucking the guild thing. There's so many people that don't even try to do the guild boss. I'm like, dude, you're just losing 100 anvils, like legitimately just sitting there. Is there
Like the SSR pendant is like I don't care about it as much. Like yes, like I should
like
get them
Speedy
all,
right
but-
here with 7 points? Dog, come on. Literally
Yeah.
7 points.
That's check-ins. That's fucking check-in points.
Mm-hmm.
Because you get a check-in, you get 1 point for logging in,
Yep, exactly.
checking.
And while we are calling out our guild members, Mystic, you gonna pray today, buddy?
No.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, alrighty then. It's gotten aggressive.
Just gonna get another SR box today.
Choco's being really aggressive today.
I don't,
He's just
I don't know who
I hate the
we're
phrase
down
Voice a
to,
couple times.
we're down to 28 people in the guild. And I'm like, what is going on?
People are just quitting the game as well. Like Global's coming out,
And
it's
your,
like, why
your,
even
your
bother?
players are getting sniped too, apparently.
That
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked like
It's getting
what,
harder to recruit players as well.
3 people I know quit the game because they're waiting for Global. They're like,
Yep.
I don't even bother when I play GP anymore because I know I'm gonna main Global.
So who is going over to like? When I say going over, I mean like JP
Hard
is
switch?
no longer their main game. Like you're
Trocho?
going hardcore on global.
Yeah, I'm switching
Trocho.
over.
I'm gonna main.
I'm gonna be
both.
doing both. One's on Nox, one's on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be doing like global is my main. I will continue JP unless it sells. If I can sell my JP account, I'm all in for global.
Like right now, right? I buy the login packs. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna stop buying the login packs on JP and buy it on Global. That's the hard switch. I'm only
Well, I
buying
mean,
the
I
login
got-
packs on Global.
What is it? I got 6 months of Google Opinion Survey rewards stacking up. A
Oh,
solid
yeah,
$12.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
Alrighty then.
Yeah, I feel
I've put
like,
way too much into this game to switch.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no
true.
way.
Like
That's for some people that
There-
may be the
there-
case,
there's
yeah.
just no way.
because
Yeah.
endgame is kind of slow. I feel like endgame really like if you're not going for like high challenger PvP, you're just logging in, doing a raid. You're just not doing much, right? So I think I can handle playing like both like normal.
Both, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, the beginning of global is gonna be like, oh, 100% main global because I'm gonna have to play the game much more.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Yeah, that's
no
gonna
life
be a
again.
lot of. Whew, that's a lot of
I'm
time.
gonna beat
I
beat story mode in one day, dude. Come on. Come on.
Same. No, actually, when the game first came out, I literally fell asleep playing Grand Cross, and it's probably what I'm gonna do when Global comes out.
Same.
I don't know about you guys, but there's a chance they release global, right, without quality of life, and then everyone who
Listen,
plays
that's-
global,
That's gonna be
So,
the shittiest
they're gonna
thing,
regret their
Mhm.
choice so bad.
because that is
I'm telling you.
They
no, that is terrible. I'm not. If they,
Well, see, the thing is, we know that it's gonna come. Just don't spend any gems.
right, but the fact that I have to even bother with that when my JP's up to date with quality of life
Yeah.
stuff,
Yeah.
you know,
Do it
why
like
would I
me.
do?
Start playing when Green Escalator comes out. Oh,
Yeah,
that was a good
that
time to
works.
start playing the game.
okay. We'll do it like this. Take a look at general chat.
Okay.
So you can expect a positive outcome from global. I'll
Okay.
just leave it at that.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
We talked before, and I don't know if I can say it, but
I'll just leave it at that and nothing else.
yeah, global's good. It's gonna be good, hopefully.
No, hopefully.
A few people that I know, right, their main incentive for going to global is because obviously they've played JP, they know the game, blah blah. Blah.
Just to
They just
dominate
have
from
this,
the
they,
start.
yeah, they have this, they
Yeah.
have this conception that they're just gonna play the game free to play and they're gonna be beasts and they're gonna do this and that, and it's not gonna work out that way, man.
I mean, it helps that you have obviously the months you've played on JP converting over, but there's gonna be other players just like you.
You're gonna shit on people that
Yeah.
weren't like had any idea on how to play the game, but then you
And
rank
quit
up
early,
and you're gonna
or
start playing people that
people
were also
waiting?
playing on GP. So
Bro, some global whales, they
Oh,
go
yeah.
hard, man.
that also
They-
that
Imagine
that's-
if
I'm
Truth
telling you.
picked up Grand Cross.
he's not
Oh,
gonna
Imagine.
try.
we're all screwed.
I know,
Here's
but-
the thing, here's the thing,
4,000
right?
gems every banner. Poor guy.
Here's the thing, right? There's many truths out there. It's the thing. It's good. Like all
There's
these
Yeah,
people worse.
exactly.
There's
I'm
people
turning
these
to
worse.
Truth for Grand
people,
Cross.
these people on King, right? Isn't there a guy that spent like $1 million or something? Like something insane
Nah,
like that?
Was it something
they're
like
not
that?
that extreme.
It was like
Not,
I thought it was like
it's just
500k.
500.
The
Still,
most,
I mean, it's still
the
a lot
most-
of money.
Regardless, yeah.
the most that I was aware of a while ago, it was just under 100k US dollars. So at this point, it might be up to around, I don't know, maybe 200k USD.
It's still a lot of money. It's still.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you're
Yikers.
Japanese and your dad's a fucking corporate company owner and you can spend.
He's the
daddy's
owner of
money
Sony,
and
dude.
stuff.
Is-
Dead.
Spend daddy's money.
Yeah,
It's
because
a
when
good
you're
life,
when you're
man.
whaling like that, there's no way you have a job, right? No job's gonna cover that.
No, man. You think JP? You think these whales have jobs? Like they might say they do, but no, man. Because there's one thing people need to understand: whales, they grind hard. They grind harder than any other kind of player. Do you know what I mean? Because they have
Because you have time, you have
Does that
money
make sense?
invested. Yeah, you have money invested.
right. They grind harder than any other player, and you
Gotta talk to Noir. He has a job and he whales. It's the craziest thing. I don't know how he does
Yeah,
it.
but he's I don't know about him because he's got like
He plays
4
10
laptops.
games.
He's got that fucking. I don't know about him, man.
There was a
Just
tweet
look
where he
at,
had all of those like screens with different
He's got
gacha
like
games all
7
in one
phones,
place.
like 5
And I was
iPads,
like,
like,
oh
4
my
Street
goodness.
Lighters.
He rainbowed both LRs today. So
Yeah, people were calling it that it was Trident. Hilarious.
He was
Wild.
bobbing all those LRs, dude, on the
Yeah,
timeline.
that too. It made
all
me a
the
little
time.
sad. Like, oh my, that's a lot of LRs.
Oh,
And even then,
Well,
you have to
well,
wonder:
wow.
does their job really support that? Like, I don't know, man. There's a lot of questions.
well, I know
when it comes to
what he
whales.
does, so I don't want to say it. I know what he does. He's got a
Wow.
very good position.
Just playing is
makes
the thing, right? Like, not even spending, just playing 10 games. Just not 10 games.
Yeah, I don't know if he does that. I don't care about the spending. I don't know how he plays like
Yeah,
20
the
games.
spending, like, you can have a good salary, right? But like having
Yeah.
time to play the game, play many games like that is just in these Grand Cross whales. They whale in other games as well. They don't.
Yeah.
Most likely,
Whales
yeah.
usually whale in multiple games.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they're done with the game, they best thing. Well, not the next best, but they go spend on another game. I know. I knew someone like that.
Man, it's the thing when I dropped Blazing, I think I had spent $300 on Blazing total, or something
That's
like that.
it?
Yeah,
Really?
and it hurts.
Oh wow.
And
That
it
hurt.
still hurts.
Wait, you've only spent $200 on Blazing?
300.
Three something.
300.
It was 3 something.
So
I
you
made
still-
I made the calc. So
You-
it was 3
Oh, I've
something.
dropped like.
But didn't you have like
100
8
on
accounts?
Pokemon.
Yeah, I had like multiple accounts.
Yeah, I remember that. You like
Ben-
flip counts every summoning video.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. I've spent over 10 grand on Blazing. My account would be lucky to get $100 out of it.
Because the game's dead. Yeah.
Nobody wants to.
No one wants to buy the game. No, like here's the thing. They wouldn't even buy for 100. They're like, nah, not worth it. The game's shit. So sad.
Oh my
It was
goodness. I
bad.
think, but so I spent majority of my money between year one, like from day 1 to year 2, right? As soon as like second Annie hit, like I spent like a lot on second Annie, and then from second Annie to third Annie, I spent like a total of like $30 on Blazing.
Wild. We're talking about Blazing. I
True.
thought this was Grand Cross.
Now, but
I've
here's the
never
thing.
played
We
this,
can
so
make
I'm
Crossing over
comparisons,
the
right?
board at the Blazing.
I was gonna make a comparison. I think I've spent more money on Grand Cross than I've ever did on Blazing. I've been playing Grand Cross for like what, 3 months?
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
for like 2 years.
and that's I mean, it says a lot. The game's infinitely better. I
Yeah,
would hope you
just
support it
'cause
more.
Here's the thing. The gem thing,
The
right?
value is so good
The
too.
login
That too,
things
yeah.
are so good. That's I wanted
The
this
weekly, monthly rank up
system-
packs,
Mhm.
fantastic.
I wanted the system to be like,
Like
JP
in
Dokkan, which is
But
not.
what about the rates, the gacha rates?
Oh no, the race.
That's like the main thing I hear. Like when other like fanboys from different games, they try to use that. They're like 3% rates and
Yeah, I don't.
Just
Oh my
stupid.
god, that 3% rate thing.
I still
I-
think
When
I don't know
people
how many
don't know what
clues-
they talk about, what they're talking about, and they mention 3% rates, I'm just like, please.
it's like it's a different thing. This game has a pity system. Like how many others
Yeah.
have a pity system? Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
Obviously, I'm
Yes.
sure there's examples, but like
the
you
thing
know what I
is,
mean,
right? The thing with me is that this game, when you pull a unit, you don't have to pull the unit anymore. Like it's done. Like other games, you need to pull multiple copies. You know,
Right.
and the
like
rates,
Dokkan, you ideally want 3 minimum
yeah.
for
You-
bottom left or
Like I
top
pulled
left,
my
bottom
LR,
right.
Blue, my LR Blue Gogeta. I still want to pull 2 more copies because I know
Right.
he's gonna be like 10 times.
Because you want to
better.
get the better potential system part, whatever.
you
And then
get-
Blazing, I don't know how Blazing works. How many copies do you want to
Blazing's
pull ideally?
awful, dog.
Blazing, you have to get like what, like 6?
Like here's the
6?
thing. Here's the thing. Units like Dokkan, like you don't even need the copies. You just get to make them stronger, right? Units
Yeah.
without dupes on Blazing are dog shit. So you need to pull the unit. Either pull the unit 7 times, because 6 dupes, or you use acquisition stones, but they only give you 2 a month. So it's like, yeah,
The fact that you have to get 6 is just wild to me.
6 dupes.
that's insane.
Well, that's what I mean.
Isn't
Like you have
Legends
to
the
get
same?
6 dupes to just
Yeah.
like this is wild.
I think they released a system now on Legends. I haven't been playing Legends recently. That you can get like
But-
Z power now for free, but
Yeah, isn't
you
Legends
don't
like
get-
super predatory?
oh yeah, it's terrible. It's
Like
terrible
super
there.
predatory. Like I don't know how it works, but like the more dupes you pull, like just the better everything
The
gets.
stats get stronger. And they changed it, so now the more dupes, the more stronger unit gets, like even more than before. It's just crazy.
That's crazy, man.
hmm So yeah, the thing with the Grand Cross I mostly appreciate is that you don't need dupes. It's the one thing I hated with Blazing, and I mean one of the things.
That's a good thing too, because you either go for the bare minimum one or you go all out. There's no there's no need to go in between, which is great.
I'm gonna increase my ultimate damage by 46%. Oh, baby.
Oh wait, the ultimate damage. I forgot about that. I guess.
It matters.
Nah,
but
I guess that is some kind of incentive for sure, man. That's the now I think about it. I think
I don't really care as much about the ultimate damage as I do about the CP gain.
The 400.
Oh, the CP gain. The CP is just a cherry on top. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, to me
but
anyway.
To be fair, the people that like you really want dupes on for their ultimate are all like coin units.
Yeah,
Yes,
King and Gopher being the
good.
first two ones to pop in my
No,
head.
I'm saying like for the back units, like the units that you put as support, right? Not the fourth unit. How do you call those units that you put like?
I don't know. I know what you're talking about.
Subunits.
The sub units. Like Slater's in the coin shop with gold coins, and he's really good for stats. Like
Yeah,
House
Slater
is
was my
good.
first like 6/6.
Mine is 5/6 right now. Like, and these units are in the coin shop. You can just 6/6 them easily, and you're gonna pull them 50 times because Slater.
And like the ones in the SR shop are like super easy to 6/6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of my SRs are 6/6.
And then now you can also buy SSRs from the coin shop as well. The rotation.
The random
thingy.
ones that they put in
Yeah.
to the
They
left,
brought back Connor Melly again. He's been here twice, but he's a good unit. So
I need Red Merlin. I need one more to max her out.
I need 2 more Gophers and he's maxed out. But yeah, other than that, like, dupes are useless. And then, I think it's done. Do we have anything else to talk about?
trying to think. I don't think so.
No, I don't
Because
think so either.
we got stuff this week, but it's mostly like the costume thing, right? We have to wait to really evaluate.
Yes, that's one of those things
Yeah.
where we don't see the immediate effects. We gotta wait and see how it affects us over time.
Estarossa
next
was
few
the one
weeks.
that we can like really evaluate. Like,
Dude, that was
Yeah.
green one's
still,
good,
like,
the
the
red one's
dumbest
trash.
thing.
Have you seen what they do? Like analyze the Mystic, like compared red Estarossa and green Estarossa? Because you weren't.
So
here when you talked, right?
When I was looking at the patch notes, right, and I was reading everything, like on the video that I made before the units even dropped, I'm looking at red Estarossa and I'm like, this doesn't look good to me.
He's
Because
off.
I look at his first skill, the reverse whatever blade, and it's like, I'm looking at this, I'm like, this is a shitty move. And you want to know why? Because Red Arthur has the same move, and that's a shitty move on him.
Yeah, and he's a good unit. Which look at that. Like
Yeah,
if
I'm like,
he's
this
a
is-
good
that's
unit,
because of
Like
it.
the
It's bad.
multiplier is just horrible, which is the big
Mhm.
issue. Like I don't care about the health ceiling. That's like irrelevant to me. It's the multiplier is absolute garbage.
it's
on
a
that.
bad thing. Like the health ceiling is a bad thing because most units you're not gonna like it doesn't matter on PvP, right? If you health seal them or PvE as well. Like most enemies, I don't know, it doesn't matter. And then if you get level 2, that's the only difference from level 1 to level 2. There's no increase in multiplier. It's the only thing that it adds with the extra star, right? So just a trash move, literally a trash move. And then the other move is like so random how much damage you're gonna do. It's so inconsistent.
The only thing I wanted to try was with Red Slater.
Yeah, I saw that on
Oh,
PvP.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say the Koreans were using. I didn't get, go too deep on that. They were using Red Slater, Red Estarossa, right? King. I forgot who was the other one, and then Merlin. I mean, I know they were there together. Like it was Estarossa and Slater, but like you see them play. And you look at their face of disappointment using Estarossa.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
just so funny.
Like I was expecting, like okay, like I was comparing it to Escanor, right? So I'm looking at the percentages, and I'm like, yeah, this is just weaker than Escanor's, like Red Escanor's skill in every way. But my like thought process was, okay, well if you have Red Slater and you apply 42 debuffs to them,
Is it six
It's like-
debuffs? How many debuffs does Slater do?
I thought Red Slater
Quite a
does
lot.
like
I think it's 6, or 5 or 6.
It's a good amount.
so. Yeah, I was like, maybe this is good. Like
No,
It's
it's gonna
really
it's a
not.
nuke for sure. No, I mean,
Yeah, I've tried it with
It's-
Green King. It doesn't work as you would think it is. It's only 100% additional, really. and 100% on the skill, it'll hit harder, but it's never worth it.
You'd have to
bring
also
into PvP.
sacrifice a spot in your team to put Slater, which is not even like that good of a unit.
You're also sacrificing a spot to put
See,
red
Nagathor wasn't
Estarossa.
playing early days. Where Red Slater was meta.
Listen, nowadays it's not. Nowadays is what matters.
Oh, what
okay?
you mean like super like OG?
Yeah, like we're talking about like
Yeah,
month
yeah.
1, like weeks 2 and 3 of PvP.
Yeah, Slater was you use him to counter what's his name again? King.
Yep. To seal out his recovery. And then his
fullbacks.
petrify as well.
Oh, that seems nice.
Rollbacks indeed.
Seems like a fun team to run, but nowadays you can't. You just can't do that. you just.
Yeah. Power creep.
You're just
No, I
gonna
mean
get
back then it was
destroyed.
pretty cancer. Like it was actually really cancer Red Slater because if you pulled 2 of them in turn 1 and you apply
You
it
just
to
stack
2
them in
units,
you know?
it's a
It
2-turn
lasts for
debuff, right? So they kind of fuck.
God.
Yeah. Like you don't need a level 2 version of it ever.
Like,
No, you don't.
like I say,
It's
like
literally level 1, 2 turns, kill everything except attack.
I say, like.
But then their
this,
attack gets lowered.
this looks fun, right? But then I realized, no, this every single like meta ever is cancerous. There's no like meta in any game that's like actually like fun. It's always cancer. It's just always. What's that you posted there, Mystic, on the general chat?
That's my current rank in PvP.
You're just not playing, huh?
Yeah.
Lindsay?
During this entire podcast, I won 20 games in a row.
Oh, nice.
You just so
What was it? Mostly bots, or what was like the ratio?
I think there was like 2 or 3 bots, but most of them just gave up when I.
Were you
know.
queued? It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
because I have
fuck
like
that.
190k CP, so they see
you
it
just
and they're like,
bully
"Oh,
people then, huh?
I do not belong in that rank."
Yeah, I feel like even Challenger right now, like we're saying, like Jay said he faced like 3 real people in like this week. He's just
Since the update, yeah. Literally since
But
the update, I faced that
Ever
3 real
since
guys.
I didn't pull Lilia and D-Melly, like it was a nightmare getting back to the challenger. Like I would have like a
Yeah, I bet.
52% win rate and like barely get in.
I bet, yeah, it's rough,
You know how
man.
many times I'm in promos to challenger, and it's like I lose the third, like game 3 to win the whole thing, and then I go on like a 7-game loss streak.
oh. That happened to me recently on Ungeared, where I just couldn't win. And then I deranked to like was it Masters 4, and I was like, "Dawg, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna
Ooh,
get
those
derank to
points.
5. I'm gonna stop."
Jay, what team are you using?
I use a bunch of different shit actually. I use throughout this run I've used like maybe 5 different teams.
Okay.
But right now I'm just using it's just basic penetration team.
Okay, time to bring out the UR Gear Valenti, it seems like.
Mm-hmm. It's the Red King pen team, right? The
Yeah.
yeah, that team is the best team in the game. There's I don't know what to say. I don't think there's another team that comes even close, even if with the release of Estarossas.
But what about team
I don't know,
who
man.
can't deal
Because that
damage
one
to
game
me?
I lost, I got absolutely destroyed.
Yeah,
So
you're right.
I'm gonna need to test that team out.
You're right.
The,
So,
my
what
team in
was the
Ungeared.
Estarossa Valenti?
No, the one that I faced against it's literally the guy right below me. He's 6th. I faced him, right? He just destroyed me. The team that I use in Ungeared, he used it for geared, and it was just it was an I can't put into words how cancer it was to fight. It was
Dude,
just
it was a massacre. You had no chance. He pinned you against the wall and beat you like Pinata. That's what he did.
because it's not even that. It's like I wiped 2 of his units, right? Because he's running Estarossa, Galtha, King, and Merlin. I wiped the other 2, and Estarossa just 2 shots my Meliodas, 2 shots my Lilia, and destroys my Red Escanor.
Oh
And it's
my.
like because it's
Wow.
geared, he's life stealing so much, and he's got UR gear, so his stats are insanely high. Which, by the way, his base stats, they're already insanely
They
high.
are. They're almost the same as Escanor. It's actually crazy.
Like it's insanely high, and you have to realize this he doesn't have full outfits. Like you can't like get full outfits for him. Do you know what I
Right.
mean?
You can.
And like it's
Only
no, but they're not all full UR, so you're not like necessarily getting the same
Yeah.
benefits. Do you know what
Oh
I
yeah,
mean?
yeah, I know. Yeah. You're right. You're right.
But like for example, mine has 118k HP with 3 headpieces. It's insane, and that's without UR gear. His stats are incredible. I'm telling you,
It's really good.
literally, they're incredible, man.
If you
Maybe
go
I'll
here,
wait to get UR gear until I do my summons.
If you go here, right, and you go on Escanor, let me take a look at. Let me compare their stats. They're almost the same. Like, okay, so Escanor has, they have the same attack and defense. Escanor has 300 extra HP, like base, right? But then you apply like the star system, it can like diverge. Maybe he has even more speed than Escanor at the end of the day. It's like actually crazy. I mean, it makes sense why. If no one wants to spoil the manga, but it makes sense why they have the almost the same stats.
Yeah.
So everyone here knows the manga, right? Everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. It's
We should just
I mean,
spoil
they're,
for
they're
everyone
getting, they're
watching.
getting close in the anime. Anyways.
Sunshine.
Anyway.
It is time for me to go.
you gonna leave?
Yeah.
Well, there's not much left in the
I mean,
world.
I think we're gonna. I think we should end it right now, anyways.
Last thing I gotta say is bless up. iOS didn't screw us over this update.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
That
Was there
true.
even an app update?
Thank you, App Store.
Thank you for not screwing
Because
up.
they had to update the icon. So
Oh, that's not that hard.
no, I know,
I
but
don't even
I
get
mean-
iOS this one.
Anyways.
That's it.
Yeah, do your outro.